Hi, this is Arnav from the Tars team, and today I'm going to show you guys how you can use Google Tag Manager to set up your bot in such a way that it only appears in certain pages of your website. In this particular example, I'm going to show you how I deployed this pricing page bot as a widget on the Tars website such that it only appears on our pricing page, as the name of the bot suggests. To do this, the first thing that you want to do is jump to Google Tag Manager and log in. Once you log in, select the account that corresponds to the website that you want to deploy your bot to. If you're new to Google Tag Manager, within Google Tag Manager, you can create several accounts. Each of these accounts corresponds to a website that you own. In this case, I only have access to one website, and that's the TARS website. So that is the only account that I have in my account section. Once you select the account that you want to edit, it's going to drop you into the Tag Manager workspace for that account, where you can make changes to the tags available on the site that corresponds to that account. The first thing that you want to do when you drop into the workspace is jump into the tag section using the menu on the left. Once you do so, you will be able to see an overview of all the tags that you've created, make edits to them, and delete them. In this particular case, I have no tags created, so there are no tags being shown over here. But we're soon going to fix that as I create a new tag in this tutorial. For that, I'm going to want to click the New button in the top right of the screen. That's going to open up the screen where I can configure my tag and configure the triggering condition. If you're new to Google Tag Manager, the way Google Tag Manager works is you can set up a triggering condition, and if that condition is met, then the tag which you have set up will be triggered. So in this case, the triggering condition will be someone viewing the pricing page, and the tag will be the bot widget showing up. So once the triggering condition is met, someone views the pricing page, the bot widget shows up in the bottom right of the screen. I usually like to start out by setting up the triggering of the tag. So I'm going to go ahead and click the triggering option. This is going to open up a screen where I can choose which trigger I want. In this case, I'm going to create a brand new trigger using the blue plus button in the top right of the screen. This is going to drop me into the trigger configuration screen where I can click on the trigger configuration area. Once I click on that, it's going to show me a list of potential triggers I can use within Tag Manager. As you can see, Google gives you a lot of different options. In this particular case, we're going to use the page view option because the trigger in this case is someone viewing a particular page on the site. By default, the page view option is set so that it is triggered on all page views. That means regardless of what page you go to on this site, that will count as a page view that triggers the tag. We don't want that to be the case. We want it to only trigger on the pricing page, so I'm going to select some page views as an option. This is going to reveal a set of 3 configurations where I can set up the condition so that it meets my specific requirements. In this case, in the first field, I'm going to select page URL. I'm going to leave the second field as contains, but as you can see, there are several options over here. You can use regex, you can use CSS, and a whole bunch of other conditional conditional features to set up your condition. In this case, I'm going to leave it as contains. And then in the last field, I'm going to add the URL for our pricing page. So in this case, it's hellotars.com/pricing. The way I have the condition set up now is essentially if someone views a page and that page's URL contains the string hellotars.com/pricing, the tag will be triggered. With that set up, I can hit the save button and we can give this trigger a name. In this case, I'm going to call it pricing page view, and hit save. Once we do that, it's going to drop us back into this screen where we can configure our tag. Now that we have the triggering section complete, we want to set up a tag so that once this triggering condition is met, something actually happens. And in this case, we want the bot to appear. For that, what you want to do is click on the tag configuration section. This will give you a list of potential tags that you can activate when the triggering condition is met. As you can see, there are a lot of preloaded options within Google Tag Manager. A lot of them are Google tags themselves, for example, Google Analytics, Google Ads conversion tracking, but they also do have some third-party tags like LinkedIn Insight, for example. In this case, we are going to be using the custom HTML tag. It should be right below the featured tag section. Select custom HTML and it'll drop you on a screen that looks like this. Once you have this screen in front of you, you want to jump into the back end of your bot. So this is the back end of my pricing page bot. Go into the distribute and share section and select chatbot widget. Within the chatbot widget distribution page, you need to copy the code for the chatbot widget, which you can find in this box over here. Jump back into Google Tag Manager and paste it into the field. Once you've done that, rename the tag. In this case, I'm going to call the tag pricing page bot widget, and I'm going to hit the save button. But before I hit the save button, a quick overview. Again, just to make sure that you guys understand this, the way we've set it up right now is when someone views the pricing page, that's the triggering condition, the tag gets activated, and in this case, the tag is the insertion of the bot widget that we set up using the code over here. With that set up, we can go ahead and hit save, and once we've hit save, the entire tag has been set up. What we can do now is we can preview our changes to make sure everything is working and in order. So go ahead and hit the preview button. That will reload Google Tag Manager in preview mode. And once it's in preview mode, it takes a few seconds to load because I think it has to clear your cache and do a whole bunch of other stuff for the preview to get set up. Once the preview mode is activated, you'll know it's activated because there will be this orange notification on the screen. Jump back to your page and you can test to see whether your tags are working. I'm first going to go to the main page, and when I go to this main page, the Tag Manager preview console should show up. As you can see, tags fired on this page, none. Tags not fired on this page, pricing page bot widget. If I jump into the pricing page, it should be the opposite, where the tags fired should be the pricing page bot widget. Let's wait for the console to show up. As you can see, the pricing page bot widget was fired one time, and lo and behold, the bot widget is there in the bottom right of the screen, and we can interact with the pricing page bot that I showed you before. As you can see, if I switch back to that tab, the copy of the bot is exactly the same, and that shows you that it is the very same bot. Select the first option, and we can see this exact same input UI. Once you're satisfied with the way your bot is working, I'm satisfied with the way it's working. On the main page, we saw no bot widget and the tag was not fired, but on the pricing page, it was fired. Once you're satisfied with the way the tag is working, jump back into Tag Manager and hit Submit in the top right. Once you hit Submit, it's going to make your changes live. Give it a name. So in this case, I'm going to say Bot Widget Addition to Pricing Page. And I'll give it a descriptive description, self-explanatory. You should probably be more descriptive in your version descriptions, and hit publish. Once you've hit publish, you're all set. Your bot widget should be functioning the way you have set it up in Tag Manager. So if I refresh this page right now, it's going to go to hellotars.com. And as you can see on the main page, we have no bot widget, which is exactly the way we set up our Tag Manager. Over here, you can see tags fired in this page, none. Tags not fired in this page, pricing page, bot widget. If I jump back into Tag Manager, I believe I left the preview mode on. I want to leave preview mode to make the screen at the bottom go away. I'm going to leave preview mode, And once I've left preview mode, for good measure, I'm going to submit my changes again, just in case changes don't get submitted within preview mode for whatever reason. It takes a few seconds for it to get out of preview mode, just as it takes a few seconds for it to get into preview mode. We can hit submit and bot widget pricing. Hit publish. And now if we go back to the page, go to the main page, go to hellotars.com, the Google Tag Manager screen shouldn't show up, but equally the bot doesn't show up as well, indicating that our tag and triggering condition is so far working. If we go to the pricing page and we open that up, again, the Google Tag Manager screen shouldn't show up, but once the page loads, the bot widget should show up. And as expected, the way we set it up, the bot widget is showing up in the bottom right of the screen. So with that, you guys have a pretty good sense of how to set up Google Tag Manager and your chatbot so that your bot only appears on certain pages of your website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on intercom. We have an intercom widget in the bottom right of the TARS builder. Clicking on it will connect you with uh, one of our team members who will be more than happy to help you get set up. Also, feel free to give us any feedback on this tutorial doc or any changes that you'd like made specifically regarding Google Tag Manager and how TARS integrates with it. Thank you.